Sweet dreams, everyone. Today I want to check out this weird game that I found. It's like 30 years or something. And I don't know if I even bothered making a sequel or something. It's weird. It's about Pokey. I can't even pronounce it. I hope there's some old man that can explain what it's even about. Hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Pro. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. Oh, so that's what they are. For some people, Pokemon are pets, others use them for fight. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? Alright, women weren't invented yet, I remember. I guess we're called Sandra, because that's how creativity works. Right, so your name is Sandra. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. How do baby rivalries even work? Like, could we argue over which toys to get or something? What is his name again? Now, what is the thing that causes me the most strife in life? Difficult. Very difficult. That's right, I remember now. His name is Work. Sandra. Yeah, that's the Pokemon cards. I heard that there's a lot of those, apparently. And they're used for gambling for children, which is of course amazing. I'm glad that we're introducing children to the skills necessary in life earlier and earlier. Dreams and adventures. What are we supposed to dream of here? The SNES. Yeah, we're on the Super Game Boy, obviously. Oh, our own computer in the 90s? Is that real? Don't think people had those back then. Definitely not as a small child. Assuming we are a small child, of course. I know nothing about this. Wait, I thought women weren't invented yet. What is this? All boys leave home someday. Ah, so women exist, they're just not allowed to go outside. Ah, wait. She's even raising Pokemon. This world building makes zero sense, I'm sorry. I'm leaving. Wait, isn't that the guy from the intro? What does he want from me? Well, Pokemon live in tall grass. I need my own Pokemon. So I'm just forced to take care of something. Yeah. 3 Pokemon. Inside balls. You only have 3? I mean, it must mean they're really difficult to get. I also want to set the text speed. I've heard that this guy is really popular. But no. I want to see all of them first. What is this? Squirrel. I would pick the red one or the blue one, but people have told me I'm being too political in my stream, so I'm gonna pick this one. Because it's the only one of the original 151 that doesn't have an opinion on the Iraq war. What kind of nickname do we give to? That's not what it looked like. Comes the difficult part of actually thinking of things. It isn't very sand themed. But I have decided. This will be Bub. Work, of course, takes the red one. Yeah, we all knew. Yeah, cactus would make sense, but it's not a cactus. We can't just lie about our Bub, right? And already we gotta get back to work. I thought this was a video game about escapism. What even is that backspray trying to tell me? Well, great start. I picked the wrong one. Two misses in our first. That's actually amazing. Bub, I fear you're not meant to win like anything. I'm sorry. So I think he's throwing. Well, first battle, we gotta go all in, gotta use our potion. I'm sure this battle is essential, and if we lost, the game would just kill me in real life, probably. Come on, Bob. I gave you my potion, please respond. It's growled at us so much that we don't do any damage. Come on, we can win this. I never doubted you, Bab. 69 experience points. That's the funny number before we had 6-7. They heal me. Yes, they did. Okay. Amazing start. My luck keeps going like this, we won't even reach the first town. Oh, if there is such a thing as towns in this world, I don't know anything, of course. Obviously. Oh no, a rat. This one's way weaker than that lizard our enemy had. Buff is so good at this game. That's just a bird. The other thing was just a rat, but this one's like even more of just a bird. I can tell that they changed some of these designs by later gens a bit. That's not what visual. Oh, we grew from 6-7. And now we can leech people, so we don't gotta work anymore. Amazing. I knew I picked the right one, Bob. I always gotta trigger an encounter on the first step. Is this just my life now? Is that how it goes? At least I've hit every tackle until now, foreshadowing. Damn, we can just jump from ledges. Amazing. Cannot just walk through grass though without getting attacked by rats. My experience, rats aren't like in high grass or something, they're just kind of around in the city or in whatever barn you're in. Don't think I've really seen them chilling in like grassy fields. More covered most of the time. Also, Radish, if you're still here, can you write something longer so I can see if the chat is working now? I tried to fix it, but I'm not certain if it worked perfectly. Oh, we got money, so let's go shopping. Huh? I know Professor Oak. No, it's wild that they just give random children expensive stuff. To be honest, if you live in a small town, people would totally do that. Anything to not walk the 2 meters. Oh, sorry, American audience, to not walk the 17 inches or whatever. I don't actually know how the conversion rate works. I don't know how anything works. Also, yes, I have played video games before, so I know what this game is, obviously. Yeah, I'm incredibly talented. I've had this thing for 3 minutes, and if anything happened to it, I would kill both it and myself, and everyone in this room. Oh, a request? A Pokédex. Wow, that would sure make sense if you hadn't shown us the Pokédex entry when we were talking to the Pokémon at first. That was your dream, and you got exactly 3. I'm starting to think he's not very good at this. I bet he doesn't even have a battle. Like, if he had a battle, it would probably be programmed in, but never executed. Many Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard. I don't think we see anyone ever mentioning him again until, like, the Elite Four or something. Anyways, let's get a map from his granddaughter, yeah. We have no idea who his actual children are, or his wife, but we know his granddaughter, so that's nice. Did it give us Pokeballs? No, of course not. Would be way too easy. Back in the day, the games didn't hold your hands. They just put you on a map and told you whatever. Try not to die instantly. Nowadays we've already would have had like 50 cutscenes. Don't even sell potions there. Oh, surely here is the path to progress. Obviously, because I surely know everything going on. So why is the things I remember about this game and the things I don't? Because as soon as we get into any cave, I will be lost completely. He's had some interesting encounters. But as soon as you want to get an encounter, the entire world disappears. Also, even women can be Pokemon. That's very progressive for 30 years ago. There's one Pokemon here. Well, I think there's one Pokemon here that I want, though. It's not this one. But I want this one too. Come on. Its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. What do we name that? It's the only woman we've encountered so far. Well, the only female Pokemon anyways. That seems appropriate. If any of these things are actual words, I don't know them, by the way. Okay. Oh, it's here already. Huh. I am not ready for this battle. I thought it was one field further. Well... And it's sand attacking us. Well, at least we've bleached it. That's a lot of damage. And that's not a lot of damage. Well, time to get our first loss. It's not even a critical hit and it's like three-shotting me. Yeah, we don't stand any chance. Bop, no! Not Bop. Gonna be honest, I also don't think Lomp got this. Yeah, am I great or what? Ooh, I didn't know he had, like, dialogue. Did we lose money for that one? I don't even think so. That's nice. Just got put back and healed. What else is in this grass? More lump. But we can win this one. Unlike the battle with work. The joy and experience of playing old games. Without speed up, obviously, because that would be an illegal modification. Unless you can actually use speed up on legit hardware, by the way. When you use, I think, Stadium 1 or 2, you can unlock the Dodrio mode, which lets you play on 3 times speed in the cartridge games. Oh shit, a rat. You just want to see what encounters there are here, to be honest. It's not like we're doing a Nuzlocke or anything, I just want to have a casual time playing the old game again, you know? Sometimes you gotta return to the roots. Sometimes you gotta return to the rats. Music is so dramatic, I love it. Bap is so powerful. Probably defeat anything that's not like the Pidgey of work. Look at the damage of that tackle. It's a pretty good tackle. It's amazing. No one else can do it right like that. Except of course when it fails again. Then that's all on it. Nothing on me. Okay, I think it's just the 2 things here. So we're gonna defeat this Nidoran and then head over. looks so incredibly rodent in this early sprite. Like rodent with spikes, obviously. Still very rodent. Level 9. It's growing so fast. So heartwarming to see your children grow up before your eyes. It's weird to think that this was the earliest nurse droid design. It doesn't even have a nursing hat. Just a woman with long hair. Just not gonna do the catching tutorial because I'm a gamer and a natural genius. I already know how to fail at catching Pokemon. I don't want to encounter Missing No right now. It's a bird. But we can defeat the bird. Gust in the early games, by the way, was not even a flying type move yet. Which is wild because like only flying type Pokemon get it. And it's clearly like a tornado. I have no idea what they were thinking. I don't think the Pokemon Company was thinking at this point in time. Be careful. No. Came here with some friends. They're out for Pokemon fights. Are they? That's a rare encounter. Can we just get it? Not if I throw my town map at it. Problem with this is I don't even like Pikachu. Could cause lightning storms. Dang. Well, Pikachu is obviously the anime. That's who it is. That's all it will ever be. I'm sorry, Pikachu fans. I'm not sorry, Pikachu fans, because I are Pikachu fans. Also, I want to train Lomp. Problem with picking random onomatopoeias names for characters is that you're probably gonna say a slur in languages you don't speak. At some point. But the good thing is that you probably don't speak the language so I should be safe. So why are some of the Pokeballs in the border of the Super Game Boy green? I don't think there was a green Pokeball in Gen 1. It goes red, blue, yellow, black with H. I used to have these really cool Pokeball toys that were like actually looking like the Pokeballs and opened by pressing on the button. Lump won their first battle. Obviously, always believed in her. Believe women. Believe in women. Ooh, this one can use Tackle. That's dangerous. I entered this battle under the assumption that I would use Tackle and no one else would use Tackle against me. Can Lump win this, or will we have to get out? Oh. Oh. Winnable? Winnable? Winnable if we get another low damage roll? Or a string shot? I always believed in Lump, to be honest. Level 5! Yippee! Okay, who are you? You ran out of Pokemon to catch Pokemon with. You should carry extras. I do. So I am better than you. Hey, you Pokemon, come on, let's battle them. Okay, but my current Pokemon is kinda half dead. Why does Weedle have like big red nose? Poison Sting should be resisted though, actually. Maybe I can win this with Lump. As long as we can continue using our strategy of pressing the tackle button and then pressing the tackle button. Ooh. Should have pressed tackle there. And it's the melody that haunts everyone's nightmares. It's only really in Gen 5 where they implemented that in the actual music. Caterpie. That one's evil. Tackle, do I survive? Critical hits. Oh, of course. Now we gotta get Bob out. Even then it could be kinda difficult against the worm. Come on, Bab. You can do this. And it totally could. And it was awesome. No more bug catcher. No, Caterpie can't cut. Pretty sure Caterpie can indeed not learn the move cut. Gotta heal now though. That was dangerous. Those were a lot of worms. Gotta watch out with those. Now that we have a Pikachu, we are probably gonna have an easy time in the first gym. Because in the anime, Ash just ignores type effectiveness and destroys the sprinkler system or something. And the anime is based on the game, so surely that's how it works in those too, right? Definitely. Sword music is so nostalgic to me. Say what you want, but the Game Boy did have sound. Not good sound, but it did have sound. It could make sound waves that manipulate the air in ways that seem like noise to human ears. I think that's something we can all agree on. The stump sprites are so wild. In every how to design your RPG thing, I don't think you would get away with just endless stumps repeating as the border. What's wrong with you? Why are you blue? It's a good question, honestly. Why did Pokemon start with blue and red? Well, it started with red and green, actually. So why are you blue is even a better question. Also, I'm playing Pokemon Blue because Pokemon Red is too mainstream, you know? Can't just go with that. Everyone's playing Pokemon Red. But the Pokemon Red cartridge I had was one of those where the little battery thingy had run out or was kind of broken or something. So it would delete your save file all the time. That's why I could never play Pokemon Red, really. That's why Pokemon Blue is superior. True, it has Bellsprout. Bellsprout is cool. Oh, it's time for the Harden battles. Remember when Kakuna used to have arms? So interesting the way they just changed how Pokemon look. Obviously in the back sprite we're looking at, it's not even a Nidoran, it's just indistinct color blur. Why are the back sprites lower resolution? I mean, I know it's because Game Freak can't program, but shouldn't that have been one of the priorities? Did they have priorities? Many questions to be asked as we look at the screen where nothing happens. Oh yeah, purple Charizard. Yeah, I think back in the game, the shiny sprites, back in Gen 2, shiny sprites weren't actually like planned out or something, it was just a complete palette shift. And now modern sprites are planned out, and then we get things like Garchomp, which is slightly lighter. God forbid it could look even cooler. To be fair, Pokemon Gold and Silver weren't actually Game Boy Color exclusive, so technically they had to be able to be played on the original Game Boy too. So you could have shiny Pokemon before you had more than 4 different colors. And all Gen 2 Pokemon sprites are actually still limited to 4 colors, or more like 2 colors, and black and white. I've tried making some Gen 2 Pokemon sprites myself, and it's really hard to get something right with just that limited of a palette. I'm a Gen 2 fan, so everything I say can be completely discarded, because that gen wasn't even meant to be liked by anyone. Level 9 Weedle, that's OP. That shouldn't be allowed. Who is this man? We don't know, because names were also not invented yet. Oh yeah, shinies in Gen 2 were actually based on the IV stuff. Yeah, the stats. It wasn't IVs back then, it was DVs, I think. Well, it worked a little differently. But shinies and also gender were completely based on that. So for some Pokemon, when you got a shiny, it could never be the best possible version of it. Or some shinies are only available in some genders. Which is funny, to be honest. Pokemon back then was like cutting so many corners. Nothing like nowadays, where they've cut every corner. And we've made it through the worm show. Wow, there are bushes? Wow. You don't even get dialogue when you talk to them before you have it. They don't know if there is actually dialogue in the talking. Okay, I think here we might be able to get the Pokemon I was looking for. Also, hi Jenkins, by the way. Didn't say hello. Because we started talking about the intricacies of Pokemon design. Which is honestly way more important than any social communication. Why is it all birds? Don't think we have anything we can use to face Brock. Because my Pikachu strat is not gonna work. I'm not an anime protagonist, I fear. Wait, I'm an anime VTuber. It should be an anime protagonist. Why won't it work? Okay, maybe what I'm looking for is only here in yellow. Or I'm having the worst possible luck. Both of those are very likely, to be honest. You know, Bulbasaur's backspread is actually one of the more okay-ish ones. Its eyes look weird. You can at least kinda tell it's a living creature. Which is more than you can say for some of these. Button's so powerful. I think no one will be able to stop us, actually. And here we are in the second city already. Amazing progress. There is an XP share in this game, though. And it's closer to the ones from the later games than you would think. Because there are no health items in Gen 1. But of course, you only get it later. It actually divides the XP you get when you battle. So it's not like in the modern games where everyone gets the same or half amount, but you can get like 1 XP by dividing over a large party. This game is so much dank, I love it. You're still light years away from facing Brock. This is a moment where every kid learned what light years actually are. Junior trainer. I think in German these guys were called like picnicker, like person that is currently participating in a picnic. Why was that their translation for a junior trainer? I always wondered why there were people on a picnic everywhere, like, why is this guy on a picnic in the middle of a gym? What does blood do in here? Why am I losing to a Diglett? I feel Lump will have to take this one. I used to train so many Pokemon with the old XP share back in the day. Because of course we had nothing else, so I had to like take my 2 strongest Pokemon in the Pokemon League, because that's the only battles you could repeat back then. So the XP would only get divided over those 2 and the 3rd Pokemon, which was whatever I actually wanted to train. Am I old enough that my first Pokemon games were from this gen? Who knows? Well, obviously I'm 200 years plus, but you know. Also, wow, why is this thing just throwing sand at me? This is an amazing battle. I bet it's heart-shaking to watch. Fun fact, back in this gen, enemy trainers also didn't have PP, which is wild, because of course, as we've discussed, women weren't invented yet. Also, the Pikachu sprite is one of the worst ones in my opinion. Why is he just an outline? Oh god, I can't even hit it with anything. Enemy, I'm sorry, but you're useless. And I will never train you up. You can't do anything. Like, they had a lot of colors to use for Pikachu. Why is it like this? Why not make it yellow and then use the darker orange for the accent color instead of making it look like you dunked it in. Sorry. Sandshrew sprite, however, one of the absolute best from the early gen. Looks so clean, so proper. Like, the difference in quality is insane. Oh, come on, we can win this. Yes. I think we might have to heal before facing Brock, though. Darn! Light years isn't time, it measures distance. That's how we learned that back in the day, and not in school. Because schools don't have like separate courses and metrics of measurement. And any distance on light years is probably not going to come up in the early years. Where is it? Are you going to talk about light years when you're talking about like the different planets? Back then you were probably going to talk about Pluto as if it is a planet too. Which people are still salty about to this day. Okay, can we face Brock like this? Definitely. We got this. Brock, by the way, has like 4 all heals or something. For 0 reason. And that's 4 per Pokemon. Which is also a weird way this game handles items on enemies' trainers. Because everything this game does is handling stuff weird. Oh, we got the Leech Seed off. That's good because we're not gonna do any damage. Leech Seed also does way more damage nowadays, I think. Let's get a Growl off. How much damage does this tackle do? A lot, okay. Growl is actually optimal. Yeah, this battle's gonna take a while. The 1 damage we can do. Between just growling at him. At least he's not attacking either. This is a very pacifistic battle. Except the fact, of course, that we threw poison on him. But you know, there's always something to complain about. I think that actually did 0 damage. Which is a thing that can happen in this gen. Amazing. Because sometimes it rounds down. Maybe it did 1. It's wild that they thought of this as your first, like, exciting battle. Because what were they thinking? Putting an evil man who just presses defense curl over and over? Amazing strat. This will make people love your game. And it did. And it worked. Well, are we gonna be able to defeat Onyx? It's nice that Screech was made to also hurt your ears in real life. I think that's a great addition to the video game. Go anime. So I actually just want to growl at it a bit. Don't think Bite stores the leech seed damage, but I'm not actually sure. Guess we'll see. It's not like any move works the way you expect it to in Gen 1. Ah, it does. Interesting. For example, counter in Gen 1 is like the weirdest move ever. You can counter your own explosion from a previous turn. Because this game is held together by duct tape. Not the good quality. Growled him down to the max. That means Lump can go back. Wait, not Lump. I meant to say Bub. Ah well. Guess we're sharing XP all the way around. Okay, that was the 0 damage kind of deal, I'm pretty sure. That one, however, did 1 damage. That's dangerous. It's gonna unleash that damage back to us. Ooh, dangerous. It's gonna keep biding its time. Joe biding. Maybe we can win. We'll actually just keep scratching. Lump can take the like 4 damage this can possibly do. We did it. And we learned the move that would have made all of this way easier. I didn't know that was on this level. I'm so sorry. Took you for granted. Are they making a granted granite joke? Oh yeah, back then the poker badges actually did something, I remember. That was also really weird. Because they raise like your stats or something. And they actually raise them repeatedly. Like whenever your stats get modified, like when you're hit by a growl or something, the stat raising property of the badge is applied again. Because as I said before, Game Freak doesn't know what they're doing. Could go to the museum, but I don't think there's anything actually there to do. Hey, I met you in Viridian Forest. Did you? Pretty sure if I went back, you would still stand there. Oh, this isn't a remake. They actually gave him the same name. Caterpie Sprites is also one of those that are pretty good. Because they only had to use one color really to give it definition. So they could use the second one as an accent color. I'm so good at this game. Weedle, that's dangerous. Gotta get Lump in for that. Because you can't do any damage. Because I'm just built different. And by different I mean poison type. don't know how to give endless commentary over Pokemon battles, actually. Especially since these early ones take a good chunk of time. Because you don't just one-shot each other like it becomes later. Well, I could have had just one-shotting each other in Brock if I trained up one more level. But that's how losers think. So we're gonna keep pressing the scratch button until my cartridge is too scratched to even work anymore. You beat me again! Obviously, what was man thinking? Oh, it's the short strainer. I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Some of this man's become iconic. Youngster. In German they're called teenager. I didn't know what a teenager was, so I pronounced it completely incorrectly back then. Oh, mine whip is strong. I pronounce it like T-Naga, which would essentially mean T-rodent. Which I don't think is accurate. Don't think if you reach your teenage years, you become a rodent for a popular drink. Oh no, it's round 1 wrap. One of the mechanics of all time. Isn't this just the best? Isn't this everything you've ever wanted? Isn't it amazing how this got through testing? Assuming they did any testing. Oh god, that's doing it again. I'm sorry, Lump. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do. We will remember you, Lump. I can even win this. Okay, I outspeed. That's something at least. Okay. Surprised that we didn't see any rep from Onyx. Don't know if it has it in blue or if it only has that in like yellow. Because of course the Super Game Boy border happily tells us at all points that this is blue. Why did they name their games after colors before games had colors? Do you think there was a thought process behind that? Do you think there was a thought process at any point in the development of these games? I am a trainer. Let us battle. That is a worm. Face the wrath of Lump. He's just so lump-shaped. Back in the day, you would have to do that, and the game didn't even have, like, light. Like, you would have to put a separate lamp above it just to see anything. The Game Boy wasn't just unlit, it was actively hostile to human eyes. I would sit there with a desk lamp directly above the Game Boy Color. Back in the day when you... Like nowadays people love to play while on their way to, like, I don't know, while sitting in a car. That wasn't really a possibility unless it was day. One more. I can do this. God, how much the early game just throws bugs at you. And nothing else. It's all bugs all the time. Is there more Ratata and stuff? Nope. Metabot. Metabot kinda has aura in this, right? Like, I don't know. I always saw the right part as its mouth, like the way where it's light green. But I'm realizing right at this moment that's not supposed to be it. Like, I always thought it was like the side profile that we're looking at. No. It's supposed to be in a like 3/4 view. We can see the outline of its other eye. I am stupid. Okay, it doesn't have any aura then. Metapod, more like Metabat. Lamau. Lump, more like Lump level 13. If you had new Pokemon, you would have won. Get yourself like Incineroar and Landorus Terrier. See, there's the Rattata I was waiting for. Now that's an early game trainer. It's a pretty strong tackle. Gotta be like in the top percentage of Rattata. Which is a sentence that weirdly actually makes sense. Not that you would have known it back then, but with static speed and DVs and everything, there are Rattatas that are in the top percentage objectively. Don't know if Joey's was one though. Oh, this might be it for that. I'm sorry, my friend. It's lumping time then. The enemy is weak. And so, women triumph over men once more, as we, playing as men, defeat women. Gender politics of early Pokemon are confusing. Did you know that in early screenshots, and not screenshots, but in the early plans, they actually wanted to make a female trainer, but they couldn't fit her. Because obviously, as I said, Game Freak does not know how to program. So they had to wait until like Pokemon Crystal. And then they took Chris from us and never gave us her design ever again. Because in the remakes they decided to replace her with a random other girl, and I'll never get over it. Hard Gold Soul Silver should have had Chris as the female playable trainer instead of Lyra. You disagree with me, you are wrong. And that's why I will always hate Lyra. Do bugs actually resist grass in Gen Run? I'm not sure. They do, okay. You have to check sometimes like this because the type chart is just different and also, of course, doesn't work properly because nothing does. Like, ghost types were supposed to be super effective against psychic types, but due to a programming error, they are instead immune to ghost type. Which is just amazing. 10 out of 10 Game Freak. Great job. Now you would notice the screw up if there was more than one ghost type move that can actually do damage. And the only ghost type move that can do damage in Gen 1 is Lick. The only thing they could come up with for scary, spooky ghosts to do was to lick you. Don't think. Maybe that was like one status move or something. It's also the only dragon type move in the entire game is Dragon Rage, which always does fixed damage. So even the dragon type has programmed offensive capabilities, you would never see them. Because once more, this game is held together by duct tape, if even. Done like dinner. What's in here? Is it just gonna be more birds? It's a different bird. Okay. Different bird I can live with. Tiny bird. Eats grass. Eats bugs in grass. I love when the sprites have little movement. The lass wants to fight. Ooh, Jigglypuff. That Jigglypuff does not look healthy. It looks like it has an eye infection. Let's put it out of its misery. Poor thing. No, don't pound me. Heal creature. That's it? What were you expecting? What else is in the grass? The same bird again. I wanted to see what else, not the same bird. The other bird. Okay, I can see when I'm not wanted. I'll leave. Not even hurt. Everything's fine. Girl. Is there anything here that is not the bird? It's always gonna be the bird in it. all roads lead to Bird. Well, at least there's a Poké Center here. Geodude. Oh, most you can carry 6 Pokemon. That's wild. Why did they put 8 Pokemon in the border then? Team Rocket attacks Cerulean City. They're always in the news. And it's the Magikarp salesman. No thanks. I mean, it would probably be a good idea to get one, but no. Me does not want. Oh, the tiles here really were great to hurt your eyes. Love that back then they just gave you a TM and didn't even tell you what it does. Just, hey, TM. Number 12. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? I'm not suspicious. You're a bug catcher. Bug catcher in a cave is pretty suspicious. Gotta level with you there, mate. Should level B. What kind of moves you got? Peck. Peck is already a flying type move. Pretty sure. Maybe if it brings out a cocoon Pokemon. Not very effective. Hakuna. Perfect. You got this, Beep. It might be double your level. Okay, that's one of the what am I even looking at back sprites, because what am I even looking at here? What is Beep trying to tell me? I mean, if I know what it is, I can see what it is, but also... Come on. It's like half roasted. You got me. Are you the suspicious man? Sure, they're from Team Rocket. I think Team Rocket is a myth. Waiting for your friends to find you. Do friends just casually go like cave exploring? With their Pokemon they got from the moon? Like the moon in the sky? Oh, that's obnoxious. Amazing. But this is no time to sleep. Wake the bub up, samurai. Got a Clefairy to defeat. That's 5 turns. That's the actual maximum. And waking up back here also takes an entire turn. Because this game is mean. It hates me specifically. And it hates Bub specifically. In a modern gen, using Poison Sting would be the best choice here. The fairy type wasn't around yet. Thankful I at least got it. Lomp wakes up immediately. Girl is out for violence. Critical hit, she really is. Go get her. Clefairy has a strong attack too. That pounds to in numbers. Well, hope your friends find you. I'm gonna get out of here. I always forget how much you tend to have to heal. Because every battle is exciting and full of wonder. It's Geodude. I need a Geodude. Yeah, you're right, Keeksy. But, you know, I think those prequels are actually pretty good. Like, unlike Diamond and Pearl, they have more than one entire fire Pokemon in this one. Like, I heard in these ones, they actually let you play the entire game without needing to get random events that are like never in your city, because you're not in a city, you're in a shitty part of the countryside. Come on, Geodude. Fire was always busted. It wasn't though. Like, fire is historically one of the weakest types, actually. Because it was only like... because fire was a physical type back then. And a lot of fire Pokemon were already... No, fire was a special type. Right. It also wasn't that great. Finally, we got a Geodude. Which of course will have to be named Clonk. Because that's the sound you make when you accidentally hit your foot inside of it. I love Geodude, actually. Like, I know some people are like, it's just a rockwork face, but consider, it's my rockwork face. And it's amazing. It does what it does, and it does it well. Now, what does it does? We does not know. But it does. Now here's the real terror of the cave. Yeah, let's not do this. Ah, Zubat. The noise everyone always remembers. Don't have any Pokeballs left. Thankfully, it's not like we can encounter a shiny or anything. Hey, I think this guy is from Team Rocket. We, Team Rocket, are Pokemon gangsters. Do you think he might be from Team Rocket? I mean, he's only called Rocket. Maybe he's like an Elon Musk fanboy? That also gotta be like one of the sprites of all time. He's got the whip, he's got his shoulder dislocated. Simply amazing. And he gets to have a sand drill? What a sick joke. Level 16! Yippee! And he's got a rat. Rattata, also one of the pretty okay sprites. Not among the best, but solid middle tier. And he's got a Zubat. Clonk, you gotta take care of this. And here we see one of the not best back sprites. Because, Game Freak, what am I looking at? It just looks slightly like a fist, maybe? So wow, the random chances once more do not like me. Three times in a row. Okay, Clonk, you ain't got this. Come on, Lum. You can take care of it, right? Please don't also get confused and start self-harming. Okay, critical hit. She's always out for blood. Her heart is full of hatred. I blew it. Oh, Bap is evolving. Ivy is also one of the weirdest sprites in this gen, as you will see. I don't know. Modern Pokemon fans be like, no, stay on four legs. Oh, Paras. Paras is also a really cool Pokemon. HP up. I also think it's funny that at the beginning they had these kind of connecting parts between caves instead of just, yeah, you went in one thing, now you're coming out on the other end of the world. Deal with it. Don't sneak up on me. Ooh, it's a super nerd. Magnemite. Thankfully, steel also wasn't a thing back here. Really gotta wonder how the discovery of different types also affected how strong moves are. It's the orb. Voltorb is a Pokemon that is supposed to be red and white. So when they chose an accent color, they of course chose yellow and darker yellow. Why? Why would they do that? My Pokemon won't go. Oh yeah, I think I can use a potion. On Clonk. So we can potentially use them again. And they can disappoint me more. It's the sound of nightmares. Rare candy. We take these. We take these too. This cave really is just an endurance test. Like when you couldn't even have anything. Let's fight this one. Yeah, I want to get to Cerulean City. Cerulean. Backcatcher. I'd move beyond all of you. But sure. That is strong, but no. Too strong, perhaps. Metapod, we can never beat. still not over the specs, right? Why? Oh yeah, you like this beef. Who hurt you? Aside from me when catching you. And taking you away from your family. You can beat a cat by. You're a strong beep. By that I mean you have one super effective move. It's dangerous. Who entered the speed tie? Why is that they actually made it so random speed ties can work in this? Considering nothing else works. I lost. Insightful commentary. Super is tough. That's the opposite of truth. And it also can't be useful if you catch one, because... What's the evolution's name again? I don't remember. But it's not even in this game yet. Oddish. That's odd. Edge. It's got absorbed. It should do like no damage to me. Ooh, I can miss tackle. Which also does no damage then. Stop sucking me off. Meet someone in a cave and they don't stop sucking your butt. Hate it when that happens. Bellsprout. That's supposedly Jenki's favorite, which is good. I like Bellsprout. Not in this sprite, because it looks not like it's doing very well for itself. I'm worried about this Bellsprout actually. Someone should help it. Not me though. Level 15 lump. That's how quick it can go. Oh, lost it. I really have a feeling they weren't that creative with the end of battle exclamations by trainers. It's just been all, I lost. I seem to not have been winning. TM1? What's the very first TM? Mega Punch. Nah. We're pulling a big chop here. Get lost, kid. What were they actually doing here? I can understand when you're meeting them in like the Sylph Go lighter. Like, yeah, that makes sense. That's a place where evil guys would do evil crimes. But what do they want in random cave? Conk, I love you, but you gotta log in. Can't stay locked out forever. Please. I beg of you. Conk has never been locked in their life. Clonk has like automatic lockout on every service. They close their device once and it's like over. They're never getting to read an email ever again. Insulting my Pokemon seems to have helped. I'm gonna take this lesson. Surely this is what the Pokemon Company wants. Ekans. Evil snake. Are we gonna get hit with Gen 1 Rap again? Probably. We're getting hit with Gen 1 Rap again, and it's a speed tie. I hate life. And life hates me. By life, I mean random Ekans. Yeah, they're not speeding every time now. We got him. So you are good. Find a fossil, give it to me and scram. No thanks. It's a clonk. Don't have enough PP. No, let me out. Let me out. Let's not fight that guy. I don't feel like it. Evil bat. Moonstone. We can use that actually. I also want to fight that guy because he looks like he'd be weak to buff. Shocked me. Oh, you're just a kid. That's mean. You're just a hiker. Don't have a lot left for a Wine Whip. That's not good. It's really not good. So I'm gonna waste it all on this guy and then complain later on. Two steps in and you're already in a fight against someone that has the gym leader's Pokemon but better. Wow, shocked. I don't think it's much longer though. So bad, so bad. Well, zoo pet for you. Yeah, I think this should be soon where we get the thingies, and then we can leave. I think. Just avoid. Just avoid and come back later because we don't have any PP left. Game really hates me. Random encounters might be left. At least I get to look at Paras a bit. It's wild that multiple Gen 1 Pokemon were just What if there's a crab? I mean, they are right. What if there was a crab? Paris is also, what if that crab died an unimaginably painful death, slowly getting overtaken by parasitic growths. But still just a crab. Team Rocket will find the fossils, revive and sell them for cash. That's their goal here. It's not a great goal, you guys. Like, steal fossils and sell them? Yeah, I can see that. Steal fossils and then revive them? I'm gonna try to pull some Jesus shit. Ooh. That hurt. So bad. Would send Clonk, but Clonk is kind of clonked out. Lump is strong against Leech Life. No, it's super. Wait. Bug is super effective against poison in Gen 1. Right, right. I thought it was... Alright, and poison is super effective against bug, I think. Because this game does not make any sense. Lump is just... She was born locked in. She was born to win. Clonk, however, Clonk can still throw this. Anyone can. Second move. Oh, no, I'm mad. Make me mad. Team Rocket will blacklist you. But no, does that mean I cannot work together with Team Rocket anymore? Oh no. I think I need to dig through my potions. Hey, stop! Found these fossils. They're both mine. You're a nerd. I'm. Does it actually have a poison move though? Possibly. So I should be careful. Just tries to disable me. Okay, it just has found. Hopefully. Yes, I gotta use Leech Seed to die slightly slower. Primer critical hit, come on. Critical hits in this gen are based on base speed, I'm pretty sure. Or like the species speed stat, which is one of the ways all time to get anything. Volt orb. Okay, let's back to back. And back to Leech Seed. Come on, don't screech at me, evil ball. You see it triggering in the middle of the turn is also weird. And coughing, which means lump again. Oh yeah, coughing back then with the skull above instead of below. Oh, below instead of above, that way around. Above below, stream above below. But this one has a poison move. It should be neutral on Ivysaur. Also the game does it calculates correctly, but it doesn't show the correct messages, which is wild. Because it only shows the message based on like the first type. Okay, I'll share. Ooh, lump evolving. Bigger lump. Lumperina. Very important. We'll each take one, no being greedy. I don't want a Helix fossil, I want a Dome fossil. Because Kabuto is basically a horse crab. I gotta go with my boys, you know? Sure, do what you want. I ain't your boss. Probably. Legally. And with that we're finally out. Ooh. First cave, now. Anyway, I really gotta find the Pokemon Center. Wait a minute. TM4. Sure. I think we can go back easily. But I think I'm gonna end it when we're in the Pokemon Center. First major cave is a good point. Yay! Yay! You heard about Bill? Everyone calls him a Pokemaniac. Can't be that jealous. Wouldn't want to boast about your Pokemon. That's right, Pokemon. Collects rare ones too. Everyone in this town is just talking about Bill. Anyways, we'll visit Bill some other time. We're here, or for now, I'll bid you goodbye. And as always, sleep well.